The life and times of Nobby Middleton, a life well lived. It's New York and America is 2 years into the Great Depression, a severe economic crisis that's unsolicited terror on the working class. Coming out of the golden age of the Roaring '20s, characterized by unrestricted growth, most Americans were ill prepared for the stock market crash of 1929. Suddenly, the United States nosedived into an uncharted course, one that sent millions into unrelenting poverty, soup lines, joblessness, and an uncertain future. No group suffered more than African Americans. Not only were blacks facing the same indignities all Americans endured, but an added measure of pure racism raged throughout the country. Through all of this, a young, rambunctious bundle of energy was born on the shores of New York City. Hello, America. We would like to introduce you to William Preston Middleton, Jr., affectionately known as Nobby. Coming up as a young lad, Nobby's parents, Louise and William P. Middleton Sr., did everything they had to do to provide for their growing family. The loving family was merged together with his mom's 3 children from a previous marriage, and a brave incoming father determined to make life better for his new wife. A brilliant woman, Louise had a seemingly unlimited gift for entrepreneurship. This was a pure match. Like most families at the time, making its day-to-day was a challenge. However, Willie Poe Buns, as he was known, made a way selling policies, daily picks, and numerous other endeavors. As a result, and against the odds, Willie and Louise became beacons of hope to the residents of Hackensack and Bergen County, often paying rent and providing food for many families in need. Nobby grew into the family business, and as he evolved into his early teens, Nobby began to display not only a high level of intellect, but as an athlete. In football and basketball, Nobby was flat out box office. As a star Hackensack High School athlete from 1949 to 1953, Nobby made all-state first team in both sports at a time when a great majority of the southern states were segregated. Nobby's teams are legendary in New Jersey, winning 2 consecutive state championships in both football and basketball. And yes, Nobby was voted best dressed in his senior high school class. However, there were new challenges ahead, and being the visionary spirit, Nobby set his eyes on the prestigious HBCU Hampton Institute. While in college, Nobby focused on education, his athletic football scholarship, and the Reserve Officers Training School, or ROTC. After an equally illustrious college career in both scholarship, football, and military training, Nobby passed on a chance to join the National Football League and chose his real passion, service to his country. Nobby entered the Army as a lieutenant and found himself in his natural role, life mission, as a leader of men. While in the Army, Nobby trained an integrated battalion in the art of surface-to-air artillery. This at a time when there was a growing threat of nuclear proliferation. Nobby always spoke of having to be calm but decisive while in the Army's underground bunkers. There were several threats during that time in America's history. During his intensive military career, Nobby wasn't quite through with orchestrating his destiny, marrying Dolores Wesley, daughter of newspaper publisher and civil rights icon Carter W. Wesley. This union became important, marking his firstborn William P. Middleton III. After serving his country with honor, Nobby took on the task of teaching military science and leading Kashmir High School's ROTC program. Unfortunately, Nobby's marriage to Dolores Wesley was short-lived, and a year after he met the woman of his dreams, Anna Ruth Canaway of Houston. It was love at first sight, and during the decades of their marriage, the new couple made history. After departing from his tenure at Houston's Kashmir High School, Nobby joined the Lone Star Liquor Company, the largest wine and spirits distributor in the Southwest, as the first African-American salesman in the company's history. During his 20-year career, 3 times Nobby became the highest grossing salesman in America, an honor he cherished. Again, Nobby was setting records with his commitment to excellence and determination. The best example of this was Nobby's alliance with Spec Jackson of the Specs Liquor Store chain. Together, they helped Specs Liquor Store chain become amongst the largest wine and spirits distributors in the United States. Yet another example of Nobby's creativity was his vision to open a New York-themed nightclub in the heart of Houston's 3rd Ward. The nightclub, Nobby's Corner, became not only the #1 African-American club in Texas, it also became the center of a culture, a place where a new emerging middle class, iconic entertainers, politicians, fraternities, and sororities met and crafted their future. But, like a guided missile, Nobby's friendship with Justin Robinson, Hans Peterson, and attorney John Davis resulted in 2 pinnacle achievements, being the election of Houston's very first elected council member, in which Nobby was Justin Robinson's campaign manager, and the formation of the RMP Development Corporation. Under the RMP corporate umbrella, the first 3 African-American owned and operated hamburger franchises were opened, an historical achievement that made national news during the 1970s. During this very eventful decade, Nobby and Anna Ruth Middleton experienced the uttermost joy with their first daughter, Nicole Anna Middleton. Her presence was a pure blessing to the family. After retiring from the Lone Star Corporation, Nobby and Anna became involved in numerous causes in the community, from fundraising, activism, drug rehabilitation, real estate development, and the rebranding of Nobby's Corner into Nobby's Reception Room. During the early 90s, Nobby and Anna Ruth Middleton once again struck gold, having a nearly 27 years run as Houston's premier destination for private parties and receptions. Nobby Middleton always said, "Never do anything halfway. Complete the job and have pride in your work." He taught his children valuable lessons centering on love of country, democratic ideals, fidelity to democracy, and yes, public service. Nobby made acquaintances feel like family and had the gift to acknowledge the blue-collar worker and make them feel valued. All of us who knew and encountered Nobby were blessed by his work, and America was truly blessed by his service. Well done, Captain William Nobby Middleton.
A nice day.
What, Daddy?
Nice day.
A real good day?
Lovely day. Lovely day. With my family, we have a lot of love around me. God bless you. God bless.
The life and times of Nobby Middleton. A life well lived.